October 19th, 1986, Lagos, Nigeria. A Sunday morning like any other, except for one man, it would be his last. Dele Giwa, Nigeria's most fearless journalist, sat in his study with a colleague. A package arrived bearing the official seal of the Nigerian government. When he opened it, everything changed. This is the story of the letter bomb that silenced a nation's voice and the murder mystery that has haunted Nigeria for nearly 40 years. To understand why Dele Giwa was killed, we first need to understand who he was. Born Sumonu Oladele Giwa on March 16, 1947 in Ile-Ife, Osun State. He came from humble beginnings. His father was a laundryman in the palace of the Oni of Ife. His mother sold goods to supplement their little income. Despite the poverty, young Dele was brilliant, especially in English. He became editor of a school newsletter, showing early signs of the journalist he would become. In the 1970s, he traveled to America, earning a degree from Brooklyn College, and here's where the legends begins. While pursuing his master's at Fordham University, he walked into the New York Times and pointed out a grammatical error in one of their articles. The editor was so impressed by his boldness and his eye for detail that he hired him on the spot. After 4 years at the Times, Dele returned to Nigeria in 1979, joining the Daily Times as feature editor. But he had bigger dreams. In 1984, Dele Giwa and 3 colleagues, Ray Ekpu, Dan Agbese, and Yakubu Mohammed, founded Newswatch magazine. This wasn't just another magazine. Newswatch revolutionized Nigerian journalism. Bold headlines, investigative reporting, fearless scrutiny of power. At its peak, it sold 100,000 copies weekly. Dele Giwa became the founding editor-in-chief. He promised Newswatch would be a haven for journalists to practice without let or hindrance. He was charismatic, brilliant, uncompromising, and he made powerful enemies. By 1986, Nigeria was under military rule. General Ibrahim Babangida, known as IBB, had seized power in a palace coup the previous year. At first, Newswatch was friendly to the new regime. Babangida's face appeared on the cover 4 times in the magazine's early months. But that honeymoon didn't last. In early October 1986, Newswatch published a damning cover story, "Nigeria, Why Nothing Works." The article lambasted the regime's inefficiencies, stalled reforms, and corruption. The military government was furious. On September 19, 1986, exactly 1 month before his death, Dele Giwa was summoned to State Security Service headquarters. His crime: writing an article that describes the government's new economic policy as God's experiment. It was a warning shot, but Dele didn't back down. Then came October 16th, just 3 days before his death. Colonel Halilu Akilu, head of the Directorate of Military Intelligence, called Dele Giwa with serious accusations that he'd been heard discussing arms importation. that he was planning to incite student riots, that he intended to destabilize the government. These were dangerous allegations in military-ruled Nigeria, the kind that could get you disappeared. But the next day, October 17th, Colonel Akilu called again, this time with a different message. Don't worry, it's all a misunderstanding. Everything's changed. Everything's been resolved. October 18th, Saturday, another phone call to Dele's house. His wife, Funmi, answered. It was Colonel Akilu again. He asked for their home address. He said the head of state aides had a message for Dele. The trap was set. Sunday morning, October 19th, 1986. Dele Giwa was at home with his family. Kayode Soyinka, Newswatch London bureau chief, has stopped by to visit. Around mid-morning, a package arrived. It bore the seal of the Nigerian government, the official coat of arms. The letter was addressed specifically to Dele Giwa, marked as restricted. Dele's son, Billy, received the package and brought it to his father. He would later testify that this wasn't unusual. His father had received government correspondence before. Dele was in his study with Kayode Soyinka. As Dele prepared to open the package, Kayode excused himself to use the restroom. Dele Giwa opened the letter. The explosion was instantaneous. The parcel bomb detonated on Dele's lap. His legs were crushed and severed. Kayode Soyinka in the adjacent restroom was temporarily deafened by the blasts, but survived. Dele was rushed to First Foundation Medical Center in Ikeja. His friend, Dr. Tosin, the medical director, attended to him. Dele Giwa's last words were, "Tosin, they've got me." He was 39 years old. The news sent shockwave across Nigeria. A journalist killed by a letter bomb in his own home. The message was clear. This was state-sponsored terrorism. But who was behind it? After the assassination, the government formed a special investigation squad headed by Assistant Commissioner of Police Abubakar Swaf. Swaf was thorough. His investigation pointed towards two men, Colonel Alilu Akilu of Military Intelligence and Colonel A.K. Togun of the State Security Service, both of whom had interrogated Dele days before his death. But then something strange happened. The investigation was stonewalled. Swaf's recommendations were ignored. The case file was taken from him and never returned. No other officer was assigned the case. The investigation simply stopped. In 1987, human rights lawyer Gani Faweyimi took matter into his own hands. He filed to privately prosecute Akilu and Togun for murder. The Supreme Court ruled he had that right, but the charges were eventually quashed. In 2001, when civilian rule returned, President Obasanjo reopened the case at the Oputa panel on human rights violation. Abubakar Swaf testified under oath. He stated clearly, his investigation pointed to the Babangida government. He named names. He presented evidence. Ibrahim Babangida was invited to testify. He refused to appear. Over the years, conspiracy theories have flourished. The most famous involves Gloria Okon, a woman arrested in 1985 for alleged drug smuggling, rumored to have connection to powerful people. Some claim Dele discovered this connection and was killed to keep quiet. Others, including Dele's own colleague at Newswatch, have called this theory a distraction, a red herring to prevent real investigation. As recently as February 2025, nearly 39 years after the murder, Ibrahim Babangida released his autobiography, once again denying involvement. He called the allegations cheap and foolish. But press freedom advocates immediately pushed back, reminding the public of 12's testimony and the government's refusal to cooperate with the investigation. To this day, no one has been convicted for Dele Giwa's murder. The case remains officially unsolved, though many Nigerians believe they knew exactly who was responsible. So, why does Dele Giwa's story still matter nearly 4 decades later? Because the dangers he faced haven't disappeared. Nigerian journalists continue to face intimidation, violence, and death for doing their jobs. Since Dele's death, dozens of journalists have been killed in Nigeria. Most of these murders remain unsolved. Dele Giwa's legacy lives on in the journalists who refuse to be silenced, in the young reporters who still believe the press can change society, in the newsroom that continue to hold power accountable despite the risk. He once said, Newswatch would be a heaven for journalists to practice without let or hindrance. He paid for that vision with his life. Every October 19th, Nigerian journalists remember Dele Giwa. They remember what was lost. They remember what was still being fought for. The letter bomb silenced one voice, but it couldn't silence the truth. The question remains, will Nigeria ever get justice for Dele Giwa? What do you think happened to Dele Giwa? Who do you believe was responsible? Let me know in the comment section below. If this story impacted you, please like this video and subscribe for more untold African stories. And remember, a free press is the foundation of democracy. Support journalists who risk everything to bring you the truth. Peace.